going on, everyone? Welcome to our recording, and we are back with our 2022 NFL mock draft. You know who it is. It's the young Rottweiler, Ethan Hamilton. I'm Gage Sutton 007, and we've got the whole our recording crew here with us. We got Xavier, Fern, Jalen, Nolan, Travis, Dev, and Dylan joining us today to help us do this mock draft. So, man, it's been a year since we've been here, guys. How are we feeling?
I know ball.
Feel good, man. Glad to be back.
I'm glad to know that's just your general statement, Trav. You know ball. I guess we'll find out here during this mock draft. If you see a lot of people shaking heads, Bo Bogdanovich, aka Jalen, disagrees with that. Jalen, how are you feeling this 2022 mock draft, man? Oh, hey.
You're on mute.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. 20. You feel me? Saints, don't fuck it up, man. I know what y'all gonna do, just don't do it. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, I mean, I think all of our teams have some stake in this year's draft. So let's get right into it. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get into the draft order and just get into some of these conversations because.
All right. A little background for the audience, just to let everybody know, if you've come to the our recording mock draft for some analytical report and some insight on what your team should pick, you should click away right now. That's not gonna happen. That's we are here strictly to spread agendas and move our teams forward. All right, we don't live in fact. We live in fiction. My world, my fantasy. So the way we set it up is that each of us, we have our own favorite teams, but it'd be boring if we pick our favorite teams. So we're going to be picking for each other's favorite teams. So we're going to put the draft order on the screen now. That way you guys can see who's picking what upcoming. But with the first pick, I'm on the clock. And since the Panthers got a first pick and they traded with Chicago, right? Yeah. Chicago should have kept that pick, but we'll say that for
I
another
disagree.
day.
Nah, I disagree, but we can continue on. Yeah, what's done is done.
Why would they keep it? They're not going QB.
Exactly.
They got what's his name? From the Panthers. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. Yeah.
I mean, I would have them pick quarterback. That's my issue.
Oh nah.
Ethan
Well,
has
if
black
Jalen
people.
Hurts can do it, why can't Justin Fields do it?
Because Justin Fields cannot throw the ball. He is what they call
Jalen Hurts couldn't throw the ball at first.
No.
Still can't.
No, honestly, I think we should start this podcast off, or this episode off, with a congratulations to Jalen Hurts, man. Black excellence, the highest paid running back in NFL history. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. That running back got paid, man. But with Carolina, since Carolina has the first pick, I'm going to go with, I think, is the clear and obvious pick in the draft. Best quarterback in the draft. Shout out to my short king, Bryce Young. I got Bryce Young going first.
I'm not mad at that. I think that's the right pick. He's by far the best quarterback in this draft. Don't fight me on this. Anyone?
I think Will Levis has entered the chat on Reddit about this first pick.
Do you guys actually believe that Will Levis is going one info?
I do. I believe it.
I think the 2 hype is real. Like somebody trading up with Houston, but
I could see that too. I could see Indianapolis maybe trading up to 2 and getting him.
But yeah, Will Levis. I'm there. I'll put any amount of money that Will Levis does not go number 1. I'm that confident.
I just think it's one of those smoke and mirrors things. Someone's trying to get someone else to drop. That's what's going on. Someone's trying to get CJ or Bryce to drop.
Dylan, let's put 30 push-ups on it.
Make it 100.
I got Will Levis going number 1.
All right. Well, in this mock draft, we have Bryce Young going number 1. I have the number 2 pick as the Houston Texans, and this is Furness's favorite team. So, Fern, how are you feeling about this pick? Because I personally think that the Texans can wait till next year to get a quarterback and take the best defensive player in this year's class, in Will Anderson.
I don't want Will Anderson Jr. He's not. Nah, I'm good on that. I will take. I want Anthony Richardson.
You want Anthony
Yes.
Richardson? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Well, considering I'm picking for you,
I'm willing to take that bet.
I don't see it. If there were a trade down situation, I could definitely see Houston taking him. But at number 2, I just feel like it's too much to pass up on Will Anderson. So I'm going to take Will Anderson for y'all. And we'll figure out. Maybe Anthony Richardson's still there. The Texans do pick still in the first round at pick 12. So we'll see.
Okay,
what happens.
can I point something out?
Will Anderson is overrated.
If Will Anderson goes to, the whole top 10 is shifted.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
The Cardinals pick then becomes, it might even get a bigger trade package than what Chicago got for number 1. Because of the teams that are going to try and jump other teams to try and get to number 3. That's just me.
Yeah, and for whoever that might be, it might be Will Levis, it might be CJ Stroud, or like Vern just said, it might be Anthony Richardson. Who knows? But next we've got the Cardinals picking, and in this world we're not doing any trades. So the Cardinals stay at 3. Who do they take?
See, my first thought is the Cardinals just need talent, bro. Like, they got some of the most untalented defensive players in the entire league. I would trade that because, again, you can also get more revenue. You want to get as many players as possible in this draft, especially if you're the Cardinals. But I was going to go Will Anderson. I didn't think he was going to go 2. Did not see that coming. I know he has a lot of, like, issues, and we're debating a lot about him. But from straight up football sense, I think you got to take Jalen Carter at 3. If we're talking straight football, this guy's a hooper. He can go 1. Why not take him at 3?
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of conversation about how he's better than Will Anderson, but because of the off-field issues, that's the only reason he's going to go after him.
Will Anderson is overrated. He's definitely better than Will Anderson.
Travis, you'd like to comment? I see you have your hand up.
Question, man. Xavier, why would you do that to the Cardinals, man? They need a sure thing. Jalen Carter is going through some things, mental issues, and I don't think he should go this high. I feel bad for the Cardinals personally. For my fan Travion, big Cardinals fan, he's in hell. Hell. Like, you could have went somewhere different, but hey, I don't knock you.
I agree with you, but also I think, I don't know what it is, man, but something about taking corners this high makes me nervous. Same thing with interior D linemen. I was going to go Devin Witherspoon or Jalen Carter. It was a coin flip at this point. I just know you need defense and you need talent.
Yeah, so this mock draft is definitely going to be a little weird because there are no trade outs in this situation. So we see, obviously, number 1, Bryce Young, and the 2 defensive players off the board. We'll move on to number 4, and it happens to be our friend Travis with the Indianapolis Colts. Trav, quarterback's their big need. I'm assuming you're going to take one off the board here. Who's your favorite for the Colts?
I'm taking the most overrated quarterback in this year's draft. The man that scored an 18 out of 100 points on the QB quiz, CJ Stroud. Yes, sir. Lock him in.
Okay, so you called him the most overrated, but sound pretty excited about the pick. Do you think this will work for the Colts?
I have no clue. First off, I don't care for the Colts. I want them to be in purgatory all my life. I don't like the Colts. I don't like the Texans. I don't like the Jacksonville Jags. And I sure as hell don't like the Tennessee Titans. But hey, go Colts.
All right. So CJ Stroud is off the board.
This draft is about his agendas and agendas only. We're pushing them.
Well, I'd like to think that, me personally, I think CJ Stroud is my QB3. And I've heard a lot of buzz about Indianapolis going after Will Levis. So I'm not mad at that pick, but again, it's really going to be crazy to see the order of which these quarterbacks go on Thursday. So we'll move on to the Seattle Seahawks, which is Fern. You're picking at number 5. What do you got the Seahawks taking?
I got them taking the best pass rusher. And if the Texans take a pass rusher, I want them to take this guy. Go ahead and give me Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith this early is crazy. You must think he's the next Micah Parsons.
Oh, yeah. This PFF board is kind of messed up too because where is Tyree Wilson is all the way down here. Tyree Wilson is someone who they've been saying might even go at 2 to Houston. So yeah, I don't know what this board is.
Fern, Fern, why do you like Nolan Smith so much?
Oh no, I just went off the board. I like Tyree Wilson better.
It's because he likes Nolan Phillips so much.
I think Nolan Smith is really good though. I think he has a lot of potential, and there has been a lot of top 10 buzz on him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with his draft stock. But we'll go to the Lions now. Nolan, you're up. What are Dan Campbell and the Lions doing this year?
I think the position is 100% locked in for the Lions. It's just who is available. I don't believe any of these positions are going to be picked until the Lions. But since the whole Jeff Okudah situation, I think they're locked in at least at secondary. And I think they're going to go cornerback. And I think they're going to go Christian Gonzalez. I think he is the best corner in this draft.
I like to pick Nolan because Jeff Okudah, it might be he's entering that bust territory, especially him being 4th overall. Don't get me wrong, he had a solid year last year, but the fact that the team that drafted you, they still have you in a rookie contract, wants to trade you but before that rookie contract is up, says a lot about the fact that they've definitely given up on him. And
well, yeah, I mean, Okudah's on the Falcons now. He got traded, which is good for both sides, I'll say. Lions move on from that. You know, they can move on from the bust. That could be a good pickup for the Falcons, I'll say. He has potential still, I think.
And the Lions had one of the worst passing defenses in the whole NFL. I think it's definitely going to be corner. I can see them obviously going Devin Witherspoon. I think whoever has the Raiders, I think these might be back-to-back corners, but I think the Lions are happy that they get the first pick of the litter with number 6.
Definitely like Christian Gonzalez's game. Now we can move on to pick number 7, which is the Raiders, who have Jimmy Garoppolo as their new quarterback 1, throwing to Devontae Adams. So what are the Raiders doing here, Dylan?
Speaking of QB1, man, I don't know if y'all can see the username, but my QB1 is still on the board. Anthony Richardson is the best quarterback in this league. Or, sorry, I'll say that in a couple months from now. But unfortunately, the Raiders are stupid, and they're not going to take Anthony Richardson. They need defense, and I don't think Devon Witherspoon is the person they're going to take either. They're going to take a cornerback from a D3 school that nobody's ever heard of, okay? They're going to take Mr. Travis LaFall.
His dreams came true. His dreams came true.
But for the sake of the video, I really do think the Raiders cannot make a good pick here. I think they're going to fumble it no matter what they do. But in this situation, if Devon Witherspoon falls to them, give it to him. Yeah.
No, I'm with you. I feel like the Raiders are just a stinky poo-poo caca organization just in general. And, they got rid of Derek Carr. Derek Carr is a solid quarterback. J. Will, he got a noodle arm, so you're going to notice that very quickly.
Hey, how I feel about the noodle arms, man.
He got a noodle arm, but they just need everything besides wide receiver, So yeah, I'm not mad at them either, because they need DB help. They have no DBs. They could take linebacker help if they wanted to. Like, the only positions they really don't need is really skill positions. I feel like their O-line is okay. They could take O-line if they wanted to too. If I'm Josh McDaniels and the Raiders, if I'm Josh McDaniels and I want to keep my job after this year, I gotta show at least some promise. I know this is his second year and he probably won't get fired unless they stink up the joint. Which don't get me wrong, is a very good possibility. They might very well stink up the joint and he gets fired. But honestly, I'm not mad at Devon Witherspoon. I just feel like they're gonna take QB, whether that's Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, if one of them is available. Because if Josh McDaniels didn't like Derek Carr, then I think trying to get in the mind of him, I would want to mold my own quarterback, and that's his suggestion. Unless he wants to stink it up and get Caleb Williams.
Josh McDaniels Josh McDaniels, but also the Raiders organization historically is just a wannabe Patriots team. Everything they do is wannabe Patriots, especially Josh McDaniels. They scalp Patriots players all the time. We're seeing it right now with Jimmy G. So I don't think he picked up Jimmy G to be a bench warmer. I'll say that. But I'm glad that I didn't choose them to get quarterback because now the matchup made in heaven happens. Jalen, let us know, man. Let
On
us
my
know.
watch.
Jalen, no!
See, that's the crazy part about this here life we live. No, fuck the Falcons. If I already got to deal with Bryce Young, now I'm gonna have to deal. No, Sirski, Falcons. Welcome your edge rusher of the future.
Jalen, that's what I like, man. This draft is about the
Tyree
genius.
Wilson.
We are
Fuck
not
'em.
supposed. Fuck them. This is the thing is, Gage, you messed me up, right? Because me as the resident Cowboys fan, I got the next pick in the Chicago Bears, right? I could care less about the Bears. They stink. But you know who's after the Bears? The Philadelphia Eagles. I can't have the Eagles win. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. So you know what? The Chicago Bears, man, they got a great Russian team.
Don't
a
do
great
it.
Russian team.
Don't do it.
You know who I'm
Please,
picking
come on,
for the
please.
Chicago Bears?
Help
Bijan
Justin Fields
Robinson. You're going to hell. You're
Wow.
going to hell.
Wow.
Enjoy your life in Chicago, buddy.
Not only does a running
I
back
hope
go,
you know Chinese.
I hope you know Chinese, Bijan Robinson. You're gonna need to use it in Chicago.
all right, not only did a running back get picked in the top 10, you just stole my pick for the Eagles because I was definitely going to go Bijan Robinson. If running back wasn't valued so weirdly in the NFL, he would probably be the best player in this draft. He's got the best contact balance I've ever seen, and man, it definitely worthy of a top 10 pick. So I'm not mad at it. All right, if I'm the Eagles, I'm kind of looking at the board. Man, this is kind of tough. I guess they could use some safety help.
Will Levis.
Pick a
Will
quarterback for them.
Levis.
They need a quarterback.
And the way the board's falling.
The fact that we don't have Anthony Richardson or Will Levis in the
Off the
top
board
nine
yet, yeah. But that might change. That might change.
Hey, Jay Will, to your
I
mic
have-
on?
It's not. I don't know.
Really quick, now's a good time to remind people. Jokes. All right, we have no clue what the fuck we're talking about. There will likely be 4 quarterbacks in the top 10, and we only
Speak for
have 2.
yourself.
Yeah.
Speak
Hey,
for yourself.
we are limiting ourselves a lot by not being able to do trades, obviously. But yeah, I really don't know what the Eagles would do in this situation. If there's still quarterbacks on the board, if I'm actually in the situation, I would trade out. But here, I guess I just go with Peter Skoronski. Do you think that's a good pick for the Eagles, you guys? I mean,
I'm not to be fair, I don't know. I don't think he's probably the best tackle in the draft, right?
yeah. Yeah, that's
And-
definitely my thought on him.
And
He's
whether
he's going to transition to guard. I think Paris Johnson is easily the best tackle, but Peter Skoronski, he can play anywhere on the offensive line. I think he definitely can play tackle because that's where he played in college, but he will most likely be moved to guard. That's just
there you go. That's our one piece of analytical insight that we're gonna have the entire the entire podcast. But I'm not mad at that pick, to be honest. The Eagles, Jason Kelsey's gonna come back for 1 year. This is probably his last year. So I mean, more bodies on whether he plays center or not. He's probably not gonna play center, like Nolan said. He's probably gonna play guard. But fuck it, it doesn't matter.
They lost a guard in the free agency, so they need a guard anyways.
Yeah. And
Johnson's gets hurt all the time too. So
yeah, and they've always been really deep on that O-line. So I think just adding some more depth is not a bad move there. But now we've got the Titans on the clock, who a lot of people are talking about trading up for a quarterback. In this one, they're at pick 11, and there are two really good ones still left on the board. And Xavier, you have the pick here. What are the Titans doing?
I first off, I want to thank Ethan, man. I appreciate your work. I appreciate your hatred out here. This man understands. There's one thing we can't have, and that's for the Eagles to be good. I hate every player they ever draft. I hope they fail every time they draft a player. Like, I don't like to wish hatred on people, but if there's one team I wish would disappear from the face of the earth, like their building burns down overnight with all their logos in it, it's the Eagles. But
Don't forget the Commanders too.
Oh, the Commanders, the Packers, but
we'll say that for another day. We'll say that for another day.
That's a whole video. That's a whole hour long of me crying on camera. I don't want to do that. With 11, though, like you said, we got two good quarterbacks here. Me personally, I think Will Levis is just the flavor of the month. Every year you get one of these. Oh my God, he's an athletic freak. We have to take him. He's going to be great. Even though he has like terrible decision making and sometimes throws the ball into triple coverage for no reason. But we are the Titans. I don't trust Malik Willis. So let's go with, I hate to do this. I don't want to pick him. Will Levis.
Okay. I don't know why there's been so much hate on Will Levis. I've been on the Will Levis train for a long time, and I see Bo Bogdanovich clapping. We love the pick.
Hey. Who picked this is right here?
Yeah, Bird. Yeah, Bird.
Hey, OU. OU. I know OU. Ohio. Ohio. Ohio.
You don't want AR-15?
Jalen, thank you. He spread all this propaganda, Jalen, at the he spread all this Anthony Richardson propaganda. Hey, Dylan, roll the tape, man.
I want Anthony Richardson. I want Anthony Richardson.
He spread all this AR-15 just for him to pick Jackson Smith.
No. I'm thinking like how we're gonna draft in real life. We're gonna take a quarterback first. We're gonna go Anthony Richardson first. I'm thinking he's gonna say Jackson Smith. You feel me? But that's who we're taking in real life. He's gonna be a quarterback and Jackson Smith, just like that in real life. Well, but this is the drafting agenda, so it's different. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what Travis has to say. Travis, you are making the pick for the Houston Texans. Still got Anthony Richardson on the board.
He gonna do some
What are the Texans doing here?
He's bored. Look at him. Look at his ass.
Unfortunately, I'm going to help the Texans out, passing the torch of the minority quarterback to the new one. Anthony Richardson, you are Texans. Don't go to massage parlors. Please, stay away.
You are
Travis, where he gotta stay away from?
Massage parlors, please. No more touching below the waist.
Why, draft?
What's wrong with getting your Gucci massage?
I'm pretty sure you can't say
that. Jesus Christ, dog.
Yeah, okay. Dylan, cut that.
Fucking Mike. Okay, hold on, but Fern, would you be mad at this? This is pretty good outcome for the Texans.
Will Anderson is Jadeveon Clowney. No, I don't want to do that again. It's the second pick of the draft.
You're insane.
Will Anderson and Anthony Richardson. That's not a good package.
Say it
I
again
want
for
Anthony
people.
Richardson and Jackson Smith Jigba.
He said, "Fuck his last name, man. Fuck it."
As a casual viewer, I think that's a great draft for the Texans, man.
I don't like.
No, it is.
Actually, everybody mute up. Besides Devin Glass, I got some shit to get off my chest about him. Damn, I'm tired of you with this sub Houston love. You keep saying you a Dallas Cowboys fan, but every single time the Texans pop up, you're ready to put the jersey on. You're ready to put the jersey on. Why is that, man? Because I've been peeping you. I've been peeping what you've been doing.
Oh, well, I mean, I think Texans have a lot of potential. I really like, how you say, D'Amico Ryans. I really like him as a coach. I mean, they have all the draft capital, and I think they have young talent. I really like Petrie and Stingley. So, I mean, they do a good time. If they do good this draft, I might have to make that conversion and support the hometown team.
Is
Wow.
Scoot Henderson going number 2 in the NFL draft?
Yes. My Houston Rockets. And then I'm a Texans fan. So if the Texans, bro, if they get Will Anderson and then they get Anthony Richardson, I'm on board. I'm on board.
Dev is a Texans, Cowboys, and Saints fan.
No,
Same.
Dev is a fan of whoever team is good in the chat. That's who Dev is.
I just support my guys, man.
I also want to say this. Travis, stop saying this shit, man.
What'd he say?
All right, moving on. We can move on to the number 13 pick because there's a lot to talk about with it here because it involves my Green Bay Packers and them trading the number 15 pick for the number 13 pick. But more importantly, this is the trade that sent Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets. Guys, more importantly, I want to get some thoughts from the Cowboys fans here. How does it feel to finally have the bad man out of the conference? He's on the other side of the world now. You don't got to worry about him.
Roll the Meat Meal song. I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. This is my day. Get Aaron Rodgers' ass out of here.
I don't know why he just likes to hoop in Cowboy Stadium. It drives me literally insane. This he cost me 3 years. 2016 was our year to go to Super Bowl. 2014 was our year to go to Super Bowl. This motherfucker here.
I see Dylan is
I would
raising
like
his
to,
hand,
yeah. I would like to point out, if I'm not mistaken, the Cowboys play the Jets this year.
The stinky Jets could never do anything of significant. The Jets will always be the Jets, even with Aaron Rodgers, all right?
Flip it!
The Jets will always be the Jets, all right? Jets. Hit it, J. Will.
Jets.
Hit the tape, man. The Jets are stink balls. I hope y'all have fun with Aaron Rodgers, right? That stink ball is going to be a part of your legacy. That's who you are. In soccer, we have this thing called football heritage. Well, I'll take it here. The Jets, that's football heritage, man. You get that stink ball with y'all for life.
Only hooping
That's a clip.
off the shrooms.
That's a
I'm
clip.
not gonna lie to you.
They got shrooms in New York, man.
I'm sure they do. Aaron Rodgers is going to be just fine. We're not in New York right now. We're actually in Green Bay on this pick. They're moving on with Jordan Love. And Fern, you're making the pick here. What do the Packers do? I mean, you've got a lot of weapons. They could use honestly any of the players on this board right now.
This is by far the most obvious thing on the planet right now. If y'all don't do this, y'all hate y'all's quarterbacks. Y'all are obviously going Jackson Smith Jigba if he's on the board.
Fern, I love you so much for making that pick because that is my dream pick. If they make that, I will be a happy Packers fan and we can walk away from here.
I feel bad for Aaron for I don't know him like that, but
Hey, if they make that pick in real life, Aaron Rodgers gonna come shoot y'all facility up.
Isn't it true?
That's what the Packers should do for the sake of agendas. They
Just to piss him off.
Just to piss him off.
They never got him a first round wide receiver ever since.
Hey, AJ will pack that anti-vaxxer up, nigga.
Hey, he'd be so fucking heated.
Who's next? I don't even remember.
Yeah, so I'm really happy.
This drink is hitting me right now. I cannot lie.
Oh, Ethan, you're drinking. It's 8:00 in the morning.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just lying.
But no, I'm really happy about the Jackson Smith and Jigba pick. And now we can move to Dylan's favorite team, the New England Patriots. And Nolan will be picking for them. Nolan, what did the Patriots pick here? And Dylan, I'm very excited to see your reaction.
Before I continue, this is the absolute ceiling that a quarterback goes in the first round. Ceiling.
I agree.
I don't know if Will Levis is the Patriots pick, but if Anthony Richardson is here, yes.
Nolan, you're forgetting who's 2 teams behind the Patriots. That is not the ceiling. Matter of fact, 2 teams and 3 teams.
Well, I don't think, unless they trade up, I don't think they make it past 14.
There's no way it goes past 14. No way.
I'm just saying, this is, at least for Anthony Richardson, I don't know if Bill Belichick is really that racist if he wouldn't, pass on Anthony Richardson if he's there. But I think if they're going to roll it with Mac Jones, they're going to need that protection for him. Give me Paris Johnson Jr. from the Ohio State University.
I'm happy with it. I mean, honestly, I don't really care. I'm sort of in a place right now with the Patriots where like we're in far and away the toughest division in football. Like, argue a wall. It is the toughest division in football.
AFC North
And
has entered the chat. If
The NFC East has entered the chat.
let's not do this, guys. Come on.
J
We're better than this.
Not today, Travis.
Jets.
Not today.
And that brings us to the Jets. I am rooting for them. I really am. It sucks that I am in I'm a fan of a team
A
in
Patriots
such a
fan rooting for the
likable
Jets.
division.
Cash in your Patriots badge at the front gate.
They're a likable team, man. Like I like Robert Saleh. I don't like Rodgers. I really don't fuck with him like that. But like Garrett Wilson's one of the best young players in the league. Sauce Gardner. I really don't think they could go wrong here. But I'll say they got what they need for offense. They got quite the core. Now you have Robert Saleh, one of the best defensive minds in football. On the board, you have one of the best defensive players available. Give me Brian Branch. It's really that simple.
You know, I know we just finished talking smack about the Jets, but honestly, Jets with Rodgers and they still keep the 15th pick. I think they're in best player available mode. You know, they can really take whoever they feel like they have a need at, and now that quarterback's not a need, if I'm them, I load up on. I'm not mad at Brian Branch. I'm not even mad too if they want to load up on O-line too. You know, it's a long season. You know, I think a lot of people forget that. You know, it might not be bad to strengthen your strength. You know, because Mekhi Becton, even though he's a monster physically, he hasn't been healthy yet thus far in his career. So you might want to. I don't know if it might be too early to take a chance on Osiris Thompson from Florida, but then that might not be a bad suggestion. You know.
Yeah, I think Brian Branch is a really good player too. So I think that's about the value that I see in him. 15th pick sounds about right. He'll probably go a little bit later because he's a safety, but like a true safety. But now we've got the Washington Commanders on the board with the number 16 pick. And we've got Mr. Bo Bogdanovich.
All right, check me out. You feel me? Bought Eric the enemy in. You can't, black excellence. You can't leave that. You feel me? He needs somebody to mold, man. But this nigga's a little old now. You feel me? He's a senior citizen. Give me Hendon Hooker, man. Fuck him.
No, Jay Will, I'm with you. Like, I'm all for agendas. I want to make this loud and clear. Hendon Hooker, I think, is the third best quarterback in this draft. I think Hendon Hooker is better than Will Levis, and he's better than Anthony Richardson. Like, honestly, him in Washington, it wouldn't make that much difference.
Yucky,
like
that's a bad take, dude. I'm sorry.
Him in Washington is
dude.
football heritage. Him in Washington is football heritage, man. It's made for them. Let's waste Anthony Richardson.
I thought about Joey Porter, but for the sake of this, like, yeah, you feel me? But chill, Nolan, chill. I ain't want to do you like that. And then I was thinking Brian Branch too, but he went a pick earlier, so shit.
I feel you. So no, who Nolan? Since the Steelers are up next, and although you don't have the pick, Mike, let's get off some propaganda, Mike. Who do you want the Steelers to pick?
Anthony No, I'm just kidding. Kenny Pickett is him. He's got small hands. He's gonna ball out. We just need help on the defense.
Kenny Pickett's got small hands but huge balls, right?
He's gonna be like this on the radio. Hello, Bengals. Hello, Browns. But for the third straight draft, I would like to take a home state guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Please. Is that the intro for the pick, or is
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, Ethan, are you making the pick?
Bro, this lick is hitting me. Who is making the pick? Oh, I'm the one making the pick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I had no idea who was making the pick.
You're making it for the Steelers.
Oh my, this is actually my dream. Like picking for the Steelers, man. This stinky organization, man. This is going straight for agendas. The
Six
Steelers.
rings. We've been to the AFC
Oh God,
playoffs.
cut his mic. Cut his mic. For the Steelers, I think it's gonna be. I have no idea. Damn. J. Will. Damn. I think it's gonna be Joey Porter. They need DB.
Good job, man.
I saved the pick. I saved
Yep,
that
no.
whole scene. All right, I'm gonna
That's
mute
it.
up because this hoe is fucking with me.
Nolan is very happy about this. You are muted right now, Nolan, so you can unmute yourself and go wild.
I'm unmuted right now. Listen, 100%. This is what I want. We took Pat Fryermuth out of Penn State 2 years ago. We took Kenny Pickett last year, Mr. Franchise, and now we get Mr. Joey Porter Jr., the heritage, back on the Steelers, baby, and we strengthen up that secondary.
Wait, Nolan, can I see the dog? It's so adorable.
What?
Let me see your dog. Oh, what's his name?
If you like Nolan's dog, man, like and subscribe.
Nolan,
Yeah.
do you not like Najee Harrison or Kenny Pickett, bruh?
Huh?
Like, y'all have no O line, like at all. Why would you not draft an O lineman? Like
There ain't anybody there that I like.
Cyrus.
There are
You
more.
like him?
They're second round guys. We can go
Wow,
O-line the
okay,
rest of the draft.
Okay.
The only top two I see going at least of where the Steelers would reach are Paris Johnson and Peter Skoronski. That's it. And because of the Claypool trade, we got the first pick in the second round. I'm more than happy of going O-line then.
All right. Well, now we are moving on to the Detroit Lions, and I've got that pick, I believe. Yes, the number 18 pick. We had them taking Christian Gonzalez earlier in the draft. They didn't get their quarterback, and there are no more quarterbacks on the board at this point. So I think at this point, you go get a wide receiver. Quentin Johnston, the best available receiver on the board, and he might be the first one. He might be the first one off the board. So we'll see what happens there. We see Jay Will.
Oh my God. Ew. Stinky. What the hell?
You don't
What
like
is
Quentin Johnston here, huh?
Stink.
Man, we have been so focused on quarterbacks not going. We haven't even thought about the fact that there's only been one wide receiver taken. I mean, take aside the fact that Quentin Johnston is one of the higher ranked wide receivers. Zay Flowers is a projected top 15 pick.
Wide receiver one.
Hey, don't get too excited. He's a Patriot. He's a Patriot.
Not on my watch.
I really like Zay Flowers, but I've heard a lot about Quentin Johnston even going before Jackson Smith. So I don't know. It makes sense to me. I think they need a bigger outside body receiver. Amon-Ra is kind of their slot guy. So we'll move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where you'll be picking for them. Signed Baker Mayfield in the off season. Obviously, no quarterbacks on the board anymore. So what do they do here?
Hey, man, look, when Baker came out, you couldn't tell me he was going to be good. You want to know what I like at quarterback? I like you to be put together, or I like you to be the absolute most batshit crazy human being in my life. And Baker was closer to that. Boy grabbed his nuts on the sideline in a football game to the camera. That screams crazy. But now bro is failing, right? It blows. Sucks to see. I wish my white boy all the love in the world. Hope he do good. But you got two decisions here. You want to get him offensive help and blocking, or do you want to just get him the left tackle of the future and you secure that spot? Because that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a cornerstone left tackle. But it's a tough choice, but I'm going to go Broderick Jones. That's my tackle.
All right, we got the Bucks getting some much needed offensive line help. I don't think that's a bad pick at all. Broderick Jones, one of the top tackles in the draft, and fills a need. So, honestly, the Buccaneers are going to be pretty bad next year. I have a feeling. So we'll keep an eye on that. Probably trade Chris Godwin and Mike Evans if I had to guess. But we'll move on to number 20. It's the Seahawks, and Travis, you're making the pick for Seattle.
Sign me up, man. They need a safety, but the top safety dipped already got picked up. So I'm going Brian Brees from Clemson. 6'6" monster. Give them some interior pressure from the D-line.
Trav, I'm not mad at that pick. Why you go Brian Brees instead of Miles Murphy? If you don't know why, then just admit live on air you don't know ball, and then meet up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Didn't see him on the board still, but hey. And plus, Clemson
the truth has come out.
And plus, Clemson edge rushers never work. So,
Dexter Lawrence.
And what position did I just pick?
I did. I'm not mad. I did.
I said edge rushers, not interior, dumbass.
All right. We can move on to the 21st pick, which was the Miami Dolphins, but they had to forfeit it because Mike McDaniels was smoking a vape on the sideline. Now we got the Chargers with the number 20.
Wait, that's why they lost the pick?
No.
It's from tanking, right?
Something like that. It was like
no. The reason why the
tampering
Dolphins
thing with
lost...
Tom Brady, right?
Yeah, Gage, you're right. It's because they tried to get Tom Brady before he went to Tampa, and it's when they offered him I think ownership in the team if he would come to Miami for like 2 years.
I think it was like 5%.
Oh, you're not allowed to do that?
No.
Yeah, they lost their pick because I thought, bro, if it was because of a vape, that would have been crazy.
No.
Well, no, it actually works out really well that we were talking about this because Fern, you're on the board with the 21st pick and the Los Angeles Chargers. What are we doing here? We still got some really good players on the board.
Okay, so I've been doing a lot of my film watching. You know, I like to watch a lot of film videos. I think.
Why are we gonna let him just lie? Why are we just gonna let him lie? He's just gonna turn his mic on and lie like that.
What you mean?
Ferd, you said you watched a lot of film.
Do you watch Jackson Kruger on YouTube?
No, I don't know who Jackson Kruger is.
It's a lot of film guys I watch. I watch the PFL videos.
My fault, OG. What Travis say? My fault, big bro.
But it's out of two guys, and I don't know which one I like more. But I'm probably going Jordan Addison over Zay Flowers.
Interesting. Jordan Addison going number 21 to the Los Angeles Chargers, joining Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen. Jay, well, I see you rubbing your hands together. How do you feel about Jordan Addison?
He cool. He's you feel me? I've seen worse, definitely, but he's no Zay Flowers.
Okay. Zay Flowers still on the board as the number 22 pick is up, and that's the Baltimore Ravens, who also really need a wide receiver. Nolan, you're making the pick, so you're a Steelers fan too, so hopefully your bias doesn't take over here too much.
My bias is going to take over. Listen, if I'm really the Ravens, I'm taking Miles Murphy, but because I don't think he's going to be there. I would take Zay Flowers, but I'm not really feeling it because our quarterback is leaving. Maybe, who knows? We need his replacement. Give me Stetson Bennett, 2-time champion.
Oh no, I'm calling an audible. We cannot have Stetson Bennett go in the first round. I've had enough. I've had enough. I let Hendon Hooker go in the first round. We're not letting Stetson Bennett go.
All the quarterbacks are gone. What else am I supposed to pick?
Oh my god.
Matt Duggar? I don't know.
Matt Duggar. Matt Duggar. Hey, one man that's been quiet this whole draft. I need to know because he's a Lamar Jackson stan, man. Dev Glass, man. How you feel about Lamar fumbling all this money on the floor, man? I'm all for player empowerment, but this is a setup, man. This look like a Tupac and Biggie what they doing to Lamar.
I don't really know, man. I don't blame him for winning this money. I mean, if the rapist can get guaranteed money, why can't Lamar? But it ain't. Oh, Trav, what are you trying to say?
You're speaking facts, though, Dev, and I
Oh
can't
my-
wait to hear what Travis has to say.
Hey. I'm sorry.
And to add on to that, bro, I don't really like how black athletes like get like family members, their mom. Like James Harden had his mom be his agent forever. It's not. It doesn't work out, man.
He
Just
wasn't
go get
getting
it.
paid. Fire the police. Oh, my fault.
Just no, you're cooking.
Wow,
Just
put
go
that
get an
on
agent,
the
man.
put
Dude,
that
you
on the
gonna have
list of
to-
things I did not expect to hear on this mock draft.
Dude, you're gonna. I know you're so sick right now. You're gonna have to edit this video for like 3 hours.
Just called Lamar Jackson's mom.
All I know is Odell's in Baltimore. Hey, J. Will, what they say? We in the avenue now. We in the
All right,
avenue.
all right.
So
So
let's
Nolan,
go.
the Ravens are picking Miles Murphy.
So actually, I think for the sake of the draft, I think I should go the fun pick because what's the second wide receiver in Baltimore? Let's be honest. Who is it? Is it?
Jalen Williams.
I'm glad you asked. All right?
That's the second wide
You
receiver.
don't wanna take Zay Flowers
on
here.
that team.
I'm
Because
gonna
this is
take.
gonna be Rashad Bateman's breakout year.
You said
Y'all-
that
y'all
last
gotta
year
watch out,
too,
man.
Dylan.
He
Listen.
was injured all year. He was
Guys,
injured all
hold on.
year.
Rashad Bateman is an underrated route runner. Oh
I
my
agree.
God.
Rashad
But-
Bateman is
I don't know.
underrated everything, bro.
All right, fine. Miles Murphy. I was gonna take Zay Flowers and have fun, but Miles Murphy.
Rashad Bateman breakout year, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, right.
That man can't last 6 games. No.
With that running with the running back behind center, I'm all right.
But for those 6 games, Trav,
No, you can't say that. You're white. You can't say that.
Hey, we got Vanilla Vic behind center. It's all right.
Vanilla Vic. All right, yeah.
Calling Kenny Pickett Vanilla Vic has got to be one of the nastiest pieces of work I've ever heard.
I called Manziel Vanilla Vic when he came out, but you know.
that's Danny Dimes and
what
Danny
happened to
Dimes
him?
only. Sorry.
All right, well, we can move on to another white quarterback. This one happens to be in the NFC North. The Minnesota Vikings are on the board with the 23rd pick. And Dylan, you're picking for them. What are they taking here?
Fun fact, I'm actually a Vikings secondary, tertiary fan. They're one of my favorite teams. It started off by me just liking their colors, but I've come to just enjoy a lot of their players. Them losing Adam Thielen does kind of make me want to take Zay Flowers. Them having a a pretty bad offensive line makes me want to maybe take Darnell Wright. It's so weird to look at how far they went when you look at how many holes they have. When I think about what they need most, it's defense. So I am going to go with Deontay Banks.
Deontay Banks, the cornerback out of Maryland. There's a lot of hype around him too. This is a really deep corner class from everything I've seen. And I don't think that's a bad pick at all for the Vikings, who also lost Patrick Peterson to the Steelers this offseason. So great pick, Dylan. We can move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is Jay Will. Sorry, I mispronounced your name earlier. It's Bo Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich. Not Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich.
My pick here was gonna be Miles Murphy. My man's got talked out of making the pick. It's fine. Feel me? So we're gonna do right here, man. Bring me the white hope, Lucas Van Ness. I need him.
I want to thank Jay Will. He has been one of the main forefronts of spreading agendas. Because for the audience that's watching and listening right now, he can't stand. He can't stand.
Hey, no. But hold on. We had the same conversation last year. I don't think that's a bad pick because Lucas Van Ness is an edge rusher. He happens to be white. I mean, we had this conversation last year. If they just
I
happen to hate
support all
black
lives matter in
quarterbacks
the blue white.
like Nick Bosa, we might have a good player on our hands.
Gage, you are absolutely right, man. If a pass rusher is white and he's from the Midwest, it's a good chance he got a little bit of a.
He got a little bit of juice in him.
Man, yeah, plus 10 ability boost on everything.
Especially if he chases is chasing against all these great black quarterbacks in the NFL, you know.
The Mac hat gives plus 10 speed.
You know, I think stereotypes are a terrible thing in this society, but sometimes they're right. You know, there's something about the Midwest defensive ends that if they're white and they're corn fed, man, you know something's afoot.
Can I be honest? I feel like if we go back into his Twitter when he was in high school, we're gonna find something. Like we're gonna find something like bro was singing a rap song a little too hard or something.
All right. Well, I think that's a good pick for the Jags. Lucas Van Ness with the 24th pick. Now we can move on to the New York Giants, who Cam, if you're watching this, hey, I think we can all say he made us eat our words. I thought the Giants were going to be fucking terrible last year, but they made the playoffs, albeit they re-signed Daniel Jones, something I thought that wasn't going to happen either. But here they are with the 25th pick. And we've got Ethan making the pick here. So, you're also a Cowboys fan, so don't let your bias get a hold of you too much. Try to make Cam happy here.
And the Giants aren't good enough for me to let my agenda supersede my mind, you know. The Eagles, that's a different story. But with the Giants, honestly, they signed Dalton Schultz this year. No, that was the Texans, right? Texans signed Dalton Schultz, or was that the Giants?
They got Darren Waller.
They got Darren Waller. That is correct. Because I was leaning towards, you know, if you're gonna give Daniel Jones all that money, whether I think he's a franchise quarterback or not, doesn't really matter. But he's at the very least, I think he's a mid-tier quarterback. He's in the tier of I think the Derek Carrs and the Geno Smiths and the Joe Burrows. But
hold on, puss.
but
You miss. Keep going.
I know ball, but Gage, scroll up and show me the wide receiver still left on the board because you already took Quentin Johnson. I don't think he's gonna be there. If I'm the Giants, you need wide receivers, and you know I can't stand Houston players, and my heart is telling me to pick the short king man himself, Tank Dell, but I'm gonna go Zay Flowers. I think the Giants need wide receiver, and Zay Flowers got wide receiver one potential. And if they want to compete in a division that has the Eagles and the best team in NFL history, the Dallas Cowboys, I think I think they got to have some wide receiver help. Because to be honest, the Giants are like a solid team, but they just don't scare nobody. And I think Zay Flowers, you know, could add a little juice to Daniel Jones in that offense, especially if they finally get Saquon to sign his franchise tag. But that's gonna be my pick, man.
I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, it's a great pick, but as a Patriots fan, you were saying that I need to turn in my badge as a Patriots fan for rooting for the Jets.
Yes.
It will be a cold day in hell before I ever say a positive thing about the Giants, all right? They're not even in my division, and they are my rivals. So I wish nothing but death and despair upon them. Watching them get the best receiver in the draft, it breaks my heart.
All right. Well, now the Dallas Cowboys are on the board with the 26th pick. And funny enough, I pick for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yuck.
And Ethan, Xavier, Travis, I'm going to try not to do you guys wrong because I know from having conversations with y'all, Ethan, I know at least you've told me that you would hate taking a tight end in the first round. And I see Dalton Kincaid there.
Let me spread my agendas, right? Before you do what you have to do, I would like to issue an apology. Furnace Anderson, please come to the stage, man. I didn't know what you was cooking up with Tyler Smith. And I want to let you know I apologize. I apologize. You watch film.
He's still ass.
You watch film. You know ball, Furnace, man, because Tyler Smith was a wolf in sheep's clothing, man. He's done so many wonders for us last year. I want to apologize, Furnace. All hail the great Furnace, man.
Yeah, I got y'all.
I
man.
know
ain't
his
gonna lie.
secret. He don't move me.
Okay, Travis. So how are you feeling about the Cowboys coming into the draft?
You draft a tight end, we are not friends. If Bijan Robinson's not there and you draft a running back, we are not friends.
All right.
It's
Well, luckily in this
Ga-
in this
Gage,
mock draft,
Gage, hold up before you get to your pick. I want to make it clear to the audience, man. We are the best insiders when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, man. Me, X, and Trav, we know more ball than any Dallas Cowboys insider, man. But if the Dallas Cowboys pick a tight end, that might be the closest I get to turning in my badge, you know? If the Cowboys pick a tight end, I will be so goddamn sick. It is unbelievable, man.
well,
The Cowboys, I don't believe they'll take a tight end. I think that whole tight end, Michael Mayer and Dalton Kincaid propaganda is propaganda, man. They're not really going to pick it. But Gage, I just have to get that off my chest because I keep seeing that, and all I could think is, y'all don't know ball. The Cowboys are not picking no tight end, man.
no.
I also want to add, Gage. I want to add to you, buddy. Please, it's a plea for me. It's from X. No first-round tight end's ever good at football. Like, especially for us, if we draft the first-round tight end, no. You wonder where the Cowboys get their tight ends? Outside of like guys like Jason Witten, we get our guys from the mid-round. They crush beers on their forehead and they can block, and that's where the Cowboys get their tight ends.
Fair enough.
Now, hear me out, Mel. Now, hear me out. The Falcons, when they did it, he's a great player.
Who's a great player? Travis, say it for everybody to know.
I'm not saying his name, bro.
I'll say his name. Kyle Pitts. I'm with you, Travis. No. Hold
Kyle
on.
Pitts is a goddamn goat. His coach, Artie Smith, I think it's his name. He fucking sucks. He's a deranged individual. He's ass. He's fired out the league. You have Kyle Pitts as your goddamn tight end. You don't want to use him. You want to make him fucking run block for a damn wide receiver and fucking Patterson. This nigga don't know ball, man. I'm sorry.
No, that's one thing I gotta stand up and argue with, man. Tight ends as a first round like value is honestly worse than running backs. Give me at least 3-4 good years of an Ezekiel Elliott, a Leonard Fournette, a Saquon Barkley, than whatever Kyle Pitts gives you. Because don't forget, I remember the people that were saying Kyle Pitts was generational. You know, it was something like that. That take is aging terribly. He is mid.
No, it's not. He's still
Kyle Pitts is
he's
mid.
very good. He hasn't had a quarterback and he hasn't had a good coach. But regardless,
bro, when you pick him 4th overall, you got to think of stuff like that because the next 9 players after Kyle Pitts are all pro caliber players.
If Kyle Pitts go to the Cowboys, you him.
That was nasty word.
I know that was horrible.
Kyle Pitts on any other team he's good, bro.
We got to keep this moving, guys. I got to make the pick, and I think tight end is off the board. You guys have convinced me. I'm not gonna take one for the Cowboys. Instead, I mean, he's fallen this far. I really think that if he's here at 26, you guys are getting an absolute fucking steal. I'm taking Kalijah Cansey from Pittsburgh for you guys. He reminds me of Aaron Donald.
I say
Frankie?
Hey, so he's
Dude.
talked to Saints a lot, and like I saw something. He has like the shortest arms, like for an interior D lineman, like to go in the first round ever. Like it's like unheard of. Like it's like he has like 30-inch arms, but he's cold as fuck, and he raw. He raw.
He's raw as fuck, dude. I'm telling you, Kalijah Cansey would be very good for you guys. It would allow Micah Parsons to keep doing what he's doing on that defense and provide a rush when you only need to rush 4 guys. Micah Parsons, Kalijah Cansey, DeMarcus Lawrence, and whoever else the fuck you can find on the street. But I think those are 3 guys that you've got on that
They
defense
still
now.
got Sam Williams.
Yeah.
Sam Williams too. No, Gage, you know what? I want to tell you this. I think I would not be mad if they take interior defensive linemen. I think besides safety, interior defensive line has been one of the things the Cowboys have struggled with for the past 25 years.
You understand the Cowboys though.
They're not going to pick that, Gage, but that's a nice thought. They're not picking it. But Travis, what were you saying?
The Cowboys have never in their fucking life drafted a D lineman or the inside D lineman in the first fucking round because of that motherfucker on ESPN.
Gage,
You know what I'm
now
talking
Gage,
about?
Dylan, if you're in here, just put a clip of the Cowboys drafting an interior defensive lineman in the first round.
I swear to God, we're never doing it again, bro, because of him, bro. We're not getting inside D linemen. I'm sorry.
Well, again, this draft board has fallen really weird. But I just think Kalijah Kancey was too good a value for you guys to pass up there. He's too good of a player to be there at 26 and not pick him. So I don't know. If I'm a Cowboys fan, I wouldn't be mad at it. But
I'm gonna be an annoying Cowboys fan right now, and I'm gonna spread some agenda. Even though I don't want the Cowboys to necessarily draft skill position, it will be hard for me to deny a guy like Bijan Robinson if he's there. I don't think he'll be there, but same with the guy like Jackson Smith and Jigba. If Jahmyr Gibbs is there, at 26 for the Cowboys, you better run up to sprint to the podium. That is Alvin Kamara 2.0.
No, I can't have him, please.
Him and Tony Pollard
in
would
the
be
first
the best
round?
running. Yes.
Hell yeah.
No.
Him and Tony Pollard.
Let's talk
Hey,
about
Dev,
that.
you know
first,
ball.
though.
Hey, I'll
Jahmyr
be a fan again.
That's
man.
rough.
Dev, you're so nasty for
That
that.
make me a fan again.
Hey, Gibbs like that for real.
He
nice.
is Alvin Kamara 2.0.
If
I
Alvin
think
Kamara is so good, why have he got a 100-yard or 1,000-yard rushing season?
Oh my God,
Travis,
bro,
not
just go to the
this.
next pick, bro. Just go. To
He's
the
a
next-
running back. Run
go
the
to-
fucking ball.
go to the
All
next
right.
pick.
Next pick.
But I think Bijan Robinson is the number one running back prospect in this draft. Jahmyr Gibbs is like an inch behind him. He is so like good, bro. Like he is so good. And the fact that if on Dallas he would have to split touch it with Tony Pollard, it would be great because he wouldn't have to have that workload in year one. You can milk him, unlike what you did with Zeke. And I love Zeke.
What?
But
You can milk him?
all right, Gage.
All right.
Shraggy, but Jahmyr Gibbs, he would be a home run pick. Like if Dallas get him and they use him correctly in the combination of wide receiver and running back, Jahmyr Gibbs is so special. Whoever gets him, you got a diamond on your hands.
I have nothing against Jahmyr Gibbs. I think he's a great player. I just don't see how drafting another first round running back would please Cowboys fans. But hey, I digress. We can move forward to the Buffalo Bills now, who have the 27th pick, and Xavier is going to be making the pick for the Buffalo Bills. What do we got here?
I'm going to say ahead of time. Kalijah Kancey, I think he's a good player. I don't know, man. Like I said, drafting an interior D lineman for the Cowboys give me PTSD. That man ruined my childhood. But see, this is tough with the Bills because the Bills, I want to go running back. I do. Just because they haven't had like a star running back, and I feel like if they get a star running back, that they're going to be dangerous. Like I feel like that's one of the pieces they're missing. But also they lost Tremaine Edmonds free agency, so they have a linebacker spot that's open. So you kind of go between two players here. Now, whether I want to be fun or entertaining, you know which one I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs. And I know that's crazy because it's a first round, but you're the Bills. You have basically all your holes filled.
And X, I'm with you. That was insane, by the way.
I know. Wow.
All
crazy.
your whole, that's insane. But actually, I'm gonna go on that ledge. Man. Jahmyr Gibbs is better than Bijan Robinson.
Stop it. We are not doing this on this draft show. Boo this man. Boo.
He keep speaking your truth, man.
I live in my truth, man.
That other nigga paint his nails. And
Wait, doesn't the top quarterback in next year's draft paint his
that
nails?
don't matter. That don't matter. Hey, have you seen his tape? Crazy.
All right. Well, now we've got the number 28 pick, the Cincinnati Bengals. And Trav, you're making the pick here for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. What are we doing? And is it a wide receiver? I know we've got T. Higgins coming up on his deal. They might be looking to trade him before he becomes a free agent and someone else pays him. So what are we thinking here, Trav?
I'm drafting for the future. Bennett. Yeah, Stephen Bennett.
No, I'm not picking Stetson Bennett. You can
Mike,
eat it,
bro. Cut this nigga's mic, man.
Hey,
Stop
Barrow
doing
can't
that.
do it, man.
Like,
He
bro,
can.
bro, cut this nigga's mic, man.
I'm with him. His mic will stay on.
Hey, Joe can't beat him. I'm sorry. He can't beat nobody from the NFC. He can't beat Patty in the playoffs. Sorry. Not my fault.
What? He can't be who in the playoffs?
Patty.
Hey,
That first time was a
deal,
fluke.
drop the run. Hey, roll the tape.
It was a fluke.
Roll the tape. Deal,
Roll the tape.
All right,
But,
Travis. So really,
all
what?
seriousness, I'm gonna give him some help. His O line is dog poo poo. Like, give me the fat boy from TCU, Steve. What's it? How you say his name? Alvila. Yeah, Steve Alvila.
All right, we've
6'4",
got Steve.
332.
Steve Avila going number 28 from TCU to the Bengals, giving them some O line help. Still see all
Steve
the tight
Avila,
ends.
I think, is a very good guard. Like, very good. That's not a miss
He
by
is.
the Bengals. He's very good. I don't know a lot
I
of
think he's better than
teams.
Osiris.
That's not bad. I think Osiris is a little better, but he is very good. He is very good.
Yeah, I personally would have gone with one of the tight ends. I think like the value is still there. Dalton Kincaid and Michael Mayer is still there. And plus they addressed O-line again in free agency by signing what's his name from Kansas City.
That's a tackle though. They need interior.
Yeah, I think they signed another guard too, but regardless, O-line help never hurts, and it definitely will not help, or definitely won't hurt the Bengals either. So we can move on to the New Orleans Saints, and the Saints will be picked by Fern. The Texans.
Hey
fan
Jay,
picking-
I got you, Jay.
hey, do you got me though?
Hey, check me out, cause look, I know y'all
ISO for Fern.
y'all might want to protect Derek Carr, but let me go ahead and make the top duo in football. Give me Emmanuel Forbes, nigga, with Marshawn Lattimore. That would. Emmanuel Forbes has the best ball skills in this fucking at DV in his job.
All right, check
Hey,
me
you're
out.
not lying. You're not lying, but he's just
Hey.
small.
Hey, if Kalijah Kancey is gone, I can't be mad at it because, like, but we have to address defensive tackle in the draft, like, but you feel me? Yeah. And then we got Alante and Paulson, but Paulson and Debo that nigga's burnt toast, man. Like,
Me, Emmanuel, man.
yeah, I rock with it. Appreciate that, Fern. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think with just the way the board has fallen, you are going to see some players who probably don't fall this far. But here we are. With the 30th pick, the Philadelphia Eagles will be selected by Nolan. Who do the Eagles take here?
First off, fuck Philadelphia, Pittsburgh all the way. But I am gonna. Yeah, I was hoping Jahmyr Gibbs would have fallen, so I could stick it to the man, Ethan, the Rottweiler Hamilton. But I do think Dalton Kincaid and Michael Mayer have the potential to be off the board by this point. So I'm gonna add to the fantastic black excellence that is the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm going to add a absolute ceiling potential at tight end in Darnell Washington out of Georgia.
All right. Well, I mean, I've been
add another blocker.
Yeah, I think Darnell Washington is the best blocking tight end in the draft. I've been doing a lot of research on tight ends because the Packers need one desperately, and Darnell Washington
over Michael Mayer.
I don't know about over him.
I think Michael Mayer is baby Jason Witten.
Ethan, remove the bias for a second. If you add Darnell Washington to the Eagles, especially if the rumors are true that they're going to get Bijan, if you get Bijan and Darnell Washington in the first round, their running game is going to, you don't know where they're going to go. Like they could go left, they could go right. You could block Darnell Washington while also rolling out not Schultz.
Hey, Nolan, you see how you said running game and not passing game?
Hey.
Oh, no, we're not doing this again.
When was the last time the Cowboys made the Super Bowl? Because I believe last year the Eagles made the Super Bowl because of that running game. So, yeah, go ahead.
Lost because of that running quarterback. Hold on to the ball.
At least they made it, and guess what? Quarterback got paid. Dak Prescott's getting paid while sitting on the bench in Cancun watching the Super Bowl.
Living the best life.
While also leading the league in interceptions, but, you know.
Which your so-called GOAT, Josh Allen. Okay, Ben.
My GOAT is Kenneth Pickett, small hands, who plays safer football than your own Dakota Rain Prescott. So,
ooh, shots being thrown using full names. And now you know this is getting serious. This is our recording. And this is the final pick of the 2023 mock our recording draft. And with the Kansas City Chiefs, last pick in the first round. Dylan, you're making the selection. How are we ending it off, man?
I feel like this is as easy as it gets. Again, I mean, it's hard to look at this board and say it's perfect with Dalton Kincaid and Michael Mayer still on the board. But again, I just feel like this is pretty easy. The Chiefs they're in the middle of a dynasty, you know. The Chiefs are winners. Andy Reid is a winner. So they need a winner. And nobody wins better than Stetson Bennett. Bring him home.
Gage, just the last pick, man. Pick this.
All right,
pick
guys.
Stetson
Thanks for
Bennett.
watching. I think the Chiefs will take Dalton Kincaid. No, I'm just kidding. Dylan, in all seriousness, you got to make this fucking pick so we can.
I know there's a lot of people who maybe are a little bit lower on Darnell Wright. Obviously, a lot of us are because he's fallen this far. He doesn't fall out of the first. I know Orlando Brown wasn't exactly the best when he was in Kansas City, but it's not a loss. So you got to take Darnell right here.
All right. Well, we'll take a look at what PFF grades our draft here.
I will say I really do
we
think
gotta get it.
Yeah, I actually want to see the grades. I want to see the grades for everyone's picks. So, it doesn't give you the grade, does it?
Gotta pay for that shit, I think.
Boo.
Boo.
Boo, PFF.
PFF.
Boo, PFF.
They don't know ball anyways.
But anyway,
That's true.
this
I know
is
they
our
have people
first.
thinking Marshawn Lattimore is better than Trayvon Diggs. What ganja was they smoking?
God,
Kennedy,
man.
I swear to God.
Mics, cut all these niggas mics, man.
All right,
Well,
Gage, now that we're at the end of the show, man, put us back into gallery screen if you can.
Yeah.
I want to ask the guys some questions, man, before we wrap this show up, man. But make sure to like and subscribe, man. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I'm going to have all the guys' descriptions if you want to see all their agendas, whether it's sports, music, whatever. You can find it down there. Yeah, man, make sure to like and subscribe. But before we start, man, I want to ask everybody's opinion, man. Which do you guys think is the most boom or bust NFL prospect in this draft?
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
No.
Can't throw the
Y'all
ball,
are
so no.
crazy.
Boom or bust?
Boomer bust is definitely Anthony Richardson.
No, Anthony Richardson. The thing is, this isn't even me spitting like Anthony Richardson propaganda. Anthony Richardson, he cannot bust. It's just not possible in today's day and age of
Pause.
football.
What? Damn, how many times are we gonna do this tonight?
That is insane. He cannot bust it. It's absolutely insane.
I'm sticking to it. I'm gonna hold to the guns, man. He can't bust. He can't do it. The thing is, football today, you guys can joke all you want, and I can't because of my skin color. But you guys can joke all you want about the position that Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts plays. But let's just say hypothetically that Anthony Richardson's potential arm that he's shown doesn't pan out in the league. His legs will. It's gonna work out for him. He's not
Hey,
gonna
how long does
not
that last?
That's gotta be racist. That's
think
gotta
it's
be
from that wide
racist. That's gotta be racist.
What?
I know
You're
Travis
reaching.
itching to say
No,
something.
Dylan, I
Travis
know,
is
I
itching.
Dylan, I know what you
And
were
damn,
trying
and
to
it's
say.
not because he gotta say something. It's because he smells. That's why he ate you that much.
Ha ha ha! You're funny.
Can we talk
No,
about how
I think-
dangerous Fern looks right now? Fern looks like the
I think-
boogie, man.
My boomer bust prospect, I think it's going to be Bryce Young. I really think it is. I think he has the highest ceiling of any quarterback, but really, like, if that height, which I really don't, I think he's going to be a great quarterback, but there's potential for him to just not hit, you know?
Wrong. You're stupid. That's a bad. That's horrible. Bryce Young is the best quarterback in this draft, and if I had to bet on any of the quarterbacks to succeed, it's definitely him.
I have a hot take.
Let's hear it, Nolan.
Listen, I think Will Anderson is a fantastic prospect, but
Go ahead and say it. Yes, do it, please.
I'm going to say it. Is he real? Like, is he going
No.
to turn out to be a Michael Parsons?
No.
Why?
No, he's Jadeveon Clowney at best.
That's what. Listen, I just think because he is the best edge rusher, I think people are overvaluing him to be a top 5 pick. Do I think he might pan out? Absolutely. Do I think he'll produce? 100%. But is it to the worth of like a Miles?
He's not a second. He's not the second pick of the draft.
Is he going to be the absolute bounty hunter that you need on a defensive line to go after a quarterback every single play? I don't know if he can last, like, whoever picks him up is going to be lucky if they get 10 years out of an edge rusher. That's just the length that they play, 15 years at best. Is Will Anderson worth a top 3 pick if he's going to be drafted in the top 3 to last that long and be that headhunter that team needs? That's the only thing I'm saying is a bust. If he produces well, I wouldn't say he's a bust, but the boom aspect, I don't know if it's there for him.
He's Jadeveon Clowney 2.0. No,
I got 3 of them, bro. I got Jalen Carter.
Trav, we told you to bring one, dude. We can only do so much hating on one
I
podcast.
know.
Baggage. He can't follow instructions to save his life, man.
Hey. Treese Wilson, bro. I don't like him, but everybody in their goddamn mama loves the bro from Texas Tech. The 6'6", huge frame, big, strong, powerful guy, but he has no pass rushing moves. If he can find a way to develop like 3 pass rush move sets, he could be a generational talent. He can be better than Calais Campbell. Yeah.
What's that deal? He did raise hand.
I swear I was about to say this before Trav started talking. I was going to give him some flowers, and then he had to go and ruin it. If y'all remember, our loyal fans, our loyal viewers watched this exact video last year. There was one phrase that Travis continually used over and over and over and over. Jay Will, please tell me what it was.
That nigga said a future Hall of Famer.
A future Hall of
Hey. Were those O-linemen bad? Yes or no?
That nigga said he's a future Hall of Famer.
He said it for every pick.
He's
a future Hall of Famer.
O-lineman bust. Yes or no?
He's a future Hall of Famer.
Did the O-lineman bust?
No, I mean,
Yes
I'm
or
not
no?
saying you were wrong about it, Trav. I just thought it was
Okay.
funny, and I was about to say good job for not saying it in this video. But generational talent, that's good enough.
Generational talent.
That's the new one. That's the new one he's gonna say.
Generational talent.
All right.
All right, there you go, Nolan.
I don't like him, but people love his
Somebody
ass.
cut
I
him.
don't-
Yeah, Nolan, you're gonna get us demonetized. We gotta end this quick. Suns and
I
4. All right. Well, do we have any last thoughts as a group on the NFL draft?
I have one
we
more
close this
question
out?
for everybody.
Yeah.
Every draft, right? We get a prospect that news comes out about them. We had Laramie Tunsil. This year, a little early, we had Jalen Carter. What draft? What player in this draft do you think is gonna come out? Some bad news about him, like during the draft.
DJ
If you had to
Stroud,
pick a-
they gonna find something on him.
Tank
I swear to
down.
God, they gonna find something on him.
I'm with Travis. I was about to say CJ Stroud, man. They're already trying to dig up some dirt. They're gonna find something on that man. I don't know what it's
Swear to
gonna
God.
be.
They gonna find
something.
some
They-
kitty stuff in his
They're
shit, man.
gonna
I
find
swear
out
to
that
God.
they're gonna find out Jalen Carter filmed Fast and Furious 10 with all them boys racing down the streets of Georgia.
I'll say if anybody comes out or if anybody gets revealed to be like a real criminal, like some sort of assault or anything, I'll put any amount of money that he's a Dallas Cowboy.
You're in the right.
Shaggy?
You're right.
Pookie, you will earn your money back.
Hey, I'm gonna go with a player. I don't know, man. I'm just shot in the dark. Maybe I get lucky. I would. It's not gonna be lucky because it's bad for them. but let's go. You know what? Screw it. Let's go. Will Anderson. Something crazy gonna come out about Will Anderson. I don't know, because these defensive players, they just be committing crimes. Like we don't know.
Okay, but what's worse, committing a crime in the American justice system or putting mayo in your coffee? Because I feel like a lot of people turned on Will Levis after he said that he puts mayo in his coffee. But guys, what if Will Levis said that he loves black women? Would that redeem himself in the eyes of a lot of people?
He don't just put
Travis,
one.
why did you laugh like that, man?
Trev, say what you gotta say, Trev.
That wasn't me. Don't put that on me.
There's nothing Will Levis can do to change my mind, man. He don't just squirt one little sip of fucking
What?
mayonnaise. He puts the whole bottle in there, man. He puts the whole bottle of mayonnaise in coffee. He's not trustworthy.
What if he likes massages down in H-Town?
If he wants his gooch play, that's on him.
All right, that's the
yeah.
best way
Knows
to
ball.
end this episode.
He knows ball, man.
Thank y'all for watching our recording. It has been a lot of fun, and we're excited to see what happens. If you like this NFL content, please subscribe, please follow, share with a friend, and yeah, do all that stuff. Everyone, thanks for joining. We appreciate y'all's time, and
Let's reintroduce everybody, man. We got Dylan, our amazing editor, man. We got Jay Will. You already know Bo Bogdanovich. Fern, man. Enough said.
Fern wearing the shiesty mask.
I know. We got Mr. Xavier, man. Nolan Phillips. Travis LaFall, future teachers of America. Dev Glass, man. The president of Rockets Twitter. You already know who it is. It's our recording, man. And like the great Lil Yachty said, man, I don't put no crushed ice in my soda. Perky got her stuck like that. Oh, stuck. Man, we out of here, man. Cut the mics.